Forza Ferrari! Welcome back, guys, to Fog Racing, and it turns out that Ferrari might finally actually have a track they are capable of winning a Grand Prix at. So, yeah, let's talk about practice. Let's talk about Monte Carlo. I remember the days back in the day where practice in F1 around Monaco was on a Thursday, but now it's on a Friday. But I tell you what, Charles Leclerc is partying like it's a Saturday because what a good day for him. It didn't start off particularly great when he drove straight into the back of Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll just cut across him, and Lance Stroll has been given a one-place grid penalty for Sunday's race. Again, no real complaints because his fault. I mean, in terms of any other crashes in that, not much really else happened in practice one in terms of that, so we may as well just go through the order. It was Leclerc from Verstappen, Norris, Albon, Piastri, Russell, Sainz, Gasly, Hamilton, Alonso, Antonelli, Hulkenberg, Hadjar, Shinoda, Berman, Ocon, Lawson, Bortoleto, Colapinto, and Lance Stroll. No real surprise that Franco Colapinto's down at the bottom. Monaco, a very high confidence track, and this guy's just in there. And again, I think from a Franco Colapinto perspective, the crucial thing is just have a clean weekend. I think even honestly, like I said in the preview, I think even if you qualify 20th, you have a good chance of getting points. If you just get a strategy right, and if you can just keep it clean, you'll stand a really good chance come the end of this weekend. So Colapinto will be hoping that by the end of this weekend he can maybe score some points. But I think more importantly for him is just keep it clean. Moving in though to practice 2, Colapinto did finish last, 9 tenths off Ocon, quite the gap. Then it was Stroll, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Bierman, Bortoleto, Sainz, Russell, Shinoda, and Max Verstappen. So Sainz, Russell, and the 2 Red Bulls, not exactly what they want. Neither as well for Antonelli. Not the biggest gap between mediums and soft tyres, but I would say, unlike Imola, there is a clear advantage of being on the softs in qualifying, which we expected because it's not the most abrasive track here at Monaco. But Leclerc was flying, man, through practice too, going fastest on the hard tyre. He was then eclipsed by Alonso, who was up there with Hamilton. We then saw the likes of Hulkenberg up there, Albon up there, but then late on, Leclerc finally put on a set of softs. It was him and Hamilton with the 2 RBs and Fernando and Albon. But then the McLarens, after Piastri hit the barrier, managed to up their game and get amongst the action. So it was Leclerc from Piastri, Hamilton, Norris, Lawson, Hadjar, Alonso, Albon, your top 8. A lot of different teams up there, what I like to see. And, I would just like to see an RB or an Aston Martin or a Williams get like a shock pole. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to get a pole because, 5 tenths is a pretty big gap here. It does look like it's Ferrari against McLaren. But it's around a track you can't overtake. So, yeah, factor in the strategy. I think of a midfield team, I think of, for example, I think if RB start at 5th and 6th going into the race on Sunday, I think they have a good chance of winning it. And you might be like, what are you on about? I think this 2-stopper just brings up a whole different, kettle of fish. You've got a bunch of different plans you can do. You can go long, you can pit early. Your teammate could bridge a gap for you. Hadjar hit the wall twice despite decent pace, so far from ideal from his point of view. But yeah, guys, that will do it for your practice recap here of Monaco. Yeah, Monaco, it's never the best race of the year, right? I mean, it does take like rain or just absolute chaos to make it a decent one, but it is the one race a week, the one race a year where you watch practice, you watch quality, man, and you're glued to the screen watching them go in that track. Anyway, my money's on Charles Leclerc to get pole position.